Title: AITA for telling my mom I don't want to care for her kids. AITA for not wanting to care for my siblings. I 20F have a sister 16F and 2 half siblings from our mom's new marriage 3 meters and an infant sister. My mom insists on my help with the youngest siblings, constantly, without notice. She wants me to babysit, or feed them, or give them baths. Most of the time it's fine, but sometimes it's overboard. For context, in my reactions I have autism, high-functioning Asperger's. The situation today, she asked me to give them baths, I did. It was hard because of my sensory issues and the fact they were both screaming bloody murder in my ear over wanting my mom to give them baths instead. It was okay though, I pushed through, got them dressed through the screaming. Then I left them in the living room with her and started to go back to my room. She asked if I could hold the baby a little longer. I did, but she was screaming and crying still, so it was hard. The only time she'd calm down was if my mom held her, and she didn't want to because she was getting ready to leave for an AA meeting. At this point I was extremely overstimulated. I was standing sort of rigid, but still holding the baby acceptably, I thought. She began to yell at me, saying I wasn't holding her with the right body language, and if I held her like I cared about her she wouldn't cry. I told her she's probably crying because she wants to be held by her mom, separation anxiety, because no matter how much I coddled her before, she still cried. This is a consistent thing that's happened since my sister started going to daycare. Maybe I am a bit rigid after being screamed at, but still I don't feel like my body language was the issue. My mom eventually got fed up and told me to put her in the feeding chair, so I did and started to walk back to my room. She then started to rant on about how she still needs my help with watching them longer and how I don't care about my brother and sister. She said she shouldn't have to ask for help. It didn't even occur to me that it was assumed for me to stick around and watch them because their father is home. All she asked was that I give them a bath, then hold the baby, and I did that. This escalated into an argument in which I told her that her children aren't my responsibility, especially not at 20 years old, and while I don't have a problem helping out sometimes, am not her employee and both can't because of autism and want because I wouldn't want to if I could predict what she wants from me in order to wait on her hand and foot. I do live at home for free, so it could be entitled of me to be so averse to helping her with them. I do other things, am the only one in the house who cleans regularly every other day, and that's easy for me as it doesn't involve any crazy variables, never changes. But I do not want to help with my siblings the amount she wants. Commenter says, NTA, I would seriously look at finding a way to move out. Has your ASD been formally diagnosed and documented? If so, you should qualify for some disability resources. In my state, each county has an aging and disability resource center that we can call to find out what sort of services, funding, housing is available. They can also help you find out if you qualify for SSDI if you aren't able to work. Commenter says, it didn't even occur to me that it was assumed for me to stick around and watch them because their father is home. Up until this point in the story, I'd assumed there was no dad in the picture. He needs to get off his ass. NTA commenter says, NTA, their dad can help out.